but I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford.
Right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight.
You can. It's whenever I want to.
Boxing is buzzing once again after new training footage of Floyd Mayweather Jr. surfaced, showing the 48-year-old legend still looking razor-sharp. The clips have ignited debate across the community, with some fans boldly suggesting that a dream showdown with Terence Crawford might actually be possible. Yet not everyone is thrilled by the idea. Many boxing insiders and former champions are already raising red flags, cautioning Crawford to avoid such a fight at all costs. Their warning is simple: Mayweather's trademark speed, reflexes, and defensive brilliance have not faded nearly as much as people assume, and stepping into the ring with him could still be a dangerous gamble.
Mayweather, I'm telling you right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight, but Crawford, master thinker just like Floyd. The advantage that Floyd has is that he has great defense. The advantage that Crawford has is that he not only can fight orthodox, he can also he's versatile. He can switch to the southpaw stance. And we all know that Floyd don't like to fight southpaws. We know that. What happens when you have a guy just as smart as you are and able to make adjustments like Crawford? What happens when you have a guy that can hurt you with either hand? A guy that's powerful and strong like Crawford. A guy that's quick as Crawford. A guy that can fight you in the pocket. A guy that knows how to execute that Philly shell. He knows how to bust through that. He'll have enough to beat Floyd, and he'll not have enough to gain respect and hurt Floyd too. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he'll win in close decisions. Hey, I want to know what everybody else.
For many, the warning isn't about questioning Crawford's greatness. He's widely regarded as the top pound-for-pound fighter today, but it's about respecting the unique challenge Mayweather brings. Even past his prime, Floyd's ability to neutralize opponents, control the pace, and frustrate even elite fighters remains unmatched. Veterans argue that Crawford, who excels at gradually breaking down his opponents, could struggle to find openings, getting caught in Mayweather's defensive web and unable to land clean shots or dictate his usual rhythm.
In boxing to go that long.
I mean, you also got Andre Ward, but that was like, what, 32, 34?
Yeah, but Ward lost one somewhere in there.
No, I think he's undefeated.
Is he?
Yeah. But he's not as much as Mayweather. And the other thing, too, is that Mayweather, the resume, if we go back to the resume,
but you know what? I love that because everybody says Mayweather didn't fight nobody. He fought this guy.
Yeah, they don't. Those are people that don't know about boxing.
Mayweather fought everybody they put into him. It's not his fault he saw Pacquiao late in Pacquiao.
Floyd Mayweather's current training routine highlights why so many pros are warning Crawford against ever facing him, even at 48. Though retired from professional competition, Mayweather still works the mitts daily, sharpens his reflexes with pad sessions, and keeps himself in peak shape through high reps, core drills, cardio, and efficient movement rather than heavy lifting.
Fools, because I take care of my body. You know, even since I've been out here, I make sure, you know, I go for a jog. Probably not like I did when I was competing. I do like, well, 4 miles. Try to do 450 push-ups.
No.
450 sit-ups, yeah.
Well, you keep funny hours. Like even watching the All Access stuff with you keep real funny hours. Like why you want to sleep at 9 a.m. to 3 and then be up all night running around the streets? Like, have you always kept funny hours? You keep funny hours.
Remember, we work hard to become our own boss so we can do what we want to do. The ultimate goal is to go to sleep when you want to and wake up when you want to. See, when you don't wake up when you want to, then guess what? Somebody's controlling you. And I don't want to be controlled. I want to be my own boss.
After Crawford defeated Canelo to claim the undisputed super middleweight title, Mayweather told TMZ, "The best man won." He praised the fight for the excitement it brought to boxing and said it was good for the sport. On Canelo's future, Floyd pointed out that boxing takes a heavy physical toll and hinted that wear and tear may be catching up, though only time and the fighters themselves can truly decide. As for a rematch, Mayweather left the door open, saying, "If they want it, it could happen. If not, they'll keep it moving."
People who where fans were not exactly sure, would Canelo win? Would Bud be big enough, strong enough to handle Canelo's power? Well, the answer to that question was yes. I saw you placed a bet, won a lot of money. Congratulations. What are your thoughts? What was your reaction to the fight, Floyd, as you watched Bud and Canelo in there on Saturday?
Oh, it's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won.
Is Canelo washed up now at 35 years old?
Oh, I don't know. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so. I'm not really sure.
Would you be interested in seeing a rematch, or would the fight be the same? Would it ultimately end up the same way?
I don't know. It's up to those two guys. They want to do a rematch. Do a rematch. If not, keep it moving.
Would you watch it, or not any real interest?
I'm pretty sure I'll watch it if they did it again. I'm pretty sure I will.
However, Mayweather has repeatedly suggested that Canelo is easier to beat than people believe. He's made comments downplaying the difficulty of defeating him, and has mocked the idea that simply stopping or beating Canelo should earn excessive praise. His remarks often come in the context of defending his own legacy, noting that Canelo had clear vulnerabilities, was still young and developing when they fought, and that beating him doesn't automatically mean someone is the best.
Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Many boxing analysts argue that despite Crawford's victory over Canelo and his flawless record, he still can't be placed on the same pedestal as Floyd Mayweather, who holds the unmatched 50-0 legacy. They insist that to truly surpass Mayweather in the greatest ever debate, Crawford needs more than marquee wins. In their view, he must face a fighter like David Benavidez, regarded as one of the most physically imposing and dangerous boxers in the sport today.
Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say, well now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Jeff Mayweather acknowledged Crawford's skill and recent success, saying, "Crawford is a great fighter and many were surprised by how dominantly he won his big fights." Still, when looking at the bigger picture, Jeff made it clear where his loyalty lies. He believes Floyd remains the safer pick in a prime versus prime matchup. He also criticized remarks like those from Canelo, suggesting they're made to elevate one's own standing by comparison. While he credited Crawford's intelligence, Jeff stated he does not believe Crawford surpasses Mayweather's defensive brilliance.
That time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game,
very
obviously.
Young, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah,
but a man that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people, but he.
How you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you were 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, it sure was, and that's why Canelo was saying what he's saying.
Want
to make himself look like he did something good.
Before Terence Crawford faced Canelo Alvarez, Jeff Mayweather expressed confidence in Crawford's ability to rise to the occasion. While discussing his chances, Jeff suggested that a win over Canelo could do more than just solidify his pound-for-pound status. It might set the stage for an even bigger showdown. He noted that Floyd Mayweather, despite being 48, remains in remarkable shape. And if Crawford secured a career-defining victory, the calls for a fight with Floyd would be hard to dismiss. With Crawford's relentless pursuit of greatness and Floyd's unmatched legacy.
Like the Magic 8 Ball? Do you think that'd be something in his
I don't necessarily think that is something that he's looking for, but I mean, of course, if he gets past Canelo, he can fight as many bums as he want to, just to make the record.
Do you think he would do that, or do you think he would?
I don't know. He seemed like he's a class act, and he seemed like he'll do whatever he feels. But I don't know. I mean, at what you said, 37?
37, yeah.
37. Yeah, that's still a lot.
Oscar de la Hoya recently shared his thoughts on the comparison between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Crawford, siding firmly with Mayweather. He acknowledged Crawford's impressive performance, highlighting how he moved up 3 weight classes and outboxed Canelo, but maintained that Mayweather remains technically superior. De La Hoya emphasized Floyd's unmatched timing, defensive mastery, and ability to avoid damage, arguing that his ring intelligence and craft made him the more technical fighter overall.
Who would, because Canelo after the fight said that Crawford was way better than Floyd. You know Crawford, you know Canelo, you know Floyd. What do you think? Who would win in a fight?
My man. I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, and or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather.
Meanwhile, Terence Crawford has stated publicly that he sees no reason to compare his career with Floyd Mayweather's, as both represent different eras in boxing. He acknowledges the greatness Mayweather achieved in his time but maintains that Floyd's era has passed, positioning himself as the sport's current standard. Crawford points to his recent accomplishments, moving up weight classes and becoming undisputed in multiple divisions, as proof that he is the one carrying boxing forward today.
They can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know. I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era, and I feel like I'm the best.
Crawford has often spoken with admiration for Floyd Mayweather Jr., recognizing the impact Floyd had in shaping the path for fighters of his generation. He has credited Mayweather for setting the standard with his work ethic, defensive brilliance, and control over the business side of boxing. To Crawford, Floyd's career serves as both a blueprint and a source of motivation, proving that discipline, intelligence, and self-belief can elevate a fighter beyond the ring. While Crawford presents himself as the face of today's era, he does so with respect for Mayweather's legacy, acknowledging that Floyd paved the way for many fighters to take ownership of their careers.
Bro, keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? You know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, bud. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Terence Crawford's longtime trainer, has been outspoken in his belief that Crawford surpasses Floyd Mayweather in certain key areas. He points to Crawford's versatility, his ability to switch stances effortlessly, adapt to any style, and finish fights with power in both hands, as tools Floyd never fully had. Bomac emphasizes that while Mayweather built his legacy on defense and control, Crawford blends technical mastery with an aggressive, crowd-pleasing style that delivers knockouts at the highest level.
Saw you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT, greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul, Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. You know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terrence? Yeah. Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Commentator Max Kellerman argues that Floyd Mayweather Jr. remains a towering figure in boxing history because of his deeper resume, unmatched speed, defensive brilliance, and the long list of high-profile opponents he defeated. At the same time, Kellerman notes that Crawford's journey has been different, and in some ways more courageous. While Mayweather often chose his moments carefully, especially after moving into the higher weight classes, Crawford has consistently taken risks, fought every major opponent of his era, and kept pushing through divisions. Kellerman suggests that although Mayweather's legacy is nearly untouchable, Crawford's rise as today's best carries its own significance, built not only on accomplishments, but on a legacy forged through relentless challenges.
Where he started to make money. But as much credit as you get for making, the primacy of business, for making business your priority, well, that comes with trade-offs, because when you make business decisions constantly, sometimes your athletic achievements won't be regarded in the same way as if you made athletic achievements your priority. That said, Mayweather has accomplished a tremendous amount athletically. But the three fighters he didn't fight, Antonio Margarito, Manny Pacquiao, when he was obliterating De La Hoya, Hatton, and Cotto, and Shane Mosley when he still had something left. And while he will wind up fighting Pacquiao and Mosley, it'll both be, at the right time for Floyd. That said, what about at the right time Floyd? He's also ancient. A fighter approaching 40, fighting at the level Mayweather is fighting, is unheard of. Mayweather, until recent times, would be considered one of the greatest older fighters. That would be the whole story. Oh my God, can you believe how old Mayweather is? It's a little bit unfair to Floyd. Say, well, you're picking these guys at the right time.
Kellerman has argued that both Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford deserve to be ranked above Floyd Mayweather Jr. on pound-for-pound lists, even while acknowledging Floyd's undefeated record and skill. He points out that Pacquiao started his career at the very lightest weights and climbed through multiple divisions, proving himself against elite opponents at every stage and often taking fights others avoided. According to Kellerman, Pacquiao dominated those divisions in devastating fashion. While he respects Mayweather's defensive mastery, he believes Pacquiao's resume, willingness to take risks, and dominance across weight classes give him a slight edge in the debate.
Has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terrence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had...
Legendary boxer Roy Jones Jr. has also questioned whether Floyd Mayweather truly faced the toughest opponents at their peak, suggesting that many of his victories came against fighters who were past their prime or not at their absolute best. Jones notes that even high-profile rivals like Canelo Alvarez and Manny Pacquiao were not in their prime years when Floyd fought them. In contrast, he highlights Pacquiao as a fighter who consistently took on big challenges and faced top-level opponents when it mattered most. Jones argues that while Mayweather's 50-0 record is impressive, it may not be definitive proof that he is the greatest of all time.
Floyd Mayweather top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10.
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5. Yeah. He maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight. Don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand, I know you're a Floyd fan, but here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought him? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further.
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was not on his level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great. All right, so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is, you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them? Best two names you can pull up besides Canelo.
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is, I'm not gonna say who.
Because I can't name a person.
I'm not gonna say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go look.
Do you think Floyd's defensive dominance still sets him apart from the rest? Share your thoughts in the comments below.